Hello, 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 and welcome back to the Atelier Nikuzuki stream. We're definitely going to need to figure out a different camera position here, just a wee bit. Like, I don't want to show you too much of that side, but like I also don't need my chest always right in the way of the camera. Here, like, I don't know, just awkward. That probably means that I should actually just move it up, but you know, we can do that later. Okay, view my channel. I don't know why I didn't do this off camera, but whatever. May as well get it set up. So the one thing that this is saying, the pattern, because of course I did not read the whole pattern before I started, because hey, why would I do that? Is that I need to actually, why does it always say I'm offline on Twitch? I am not actually offline. Interesting. I am currently live. Watch now, please. Okay, I'm going to actually have to interesting. Wonder if I have to like turn off the multi-stream and then turn the stream back on Twitch, because something isn't working. Yeah, it's linked. But audio. Whatever. Okay, let's just get going. Realistically, my main base is on YouTube. Alright, so yeah, I found out that actually technically I'm supposed to have like more interfacing on the exterior fabrics for the mini traveler, but we are going to just try it with the current amount that I have, mostly because I don't feel like whatever, I think it's gonna be fine. The actual exteriors of the like denim are going to be fine for sure. There we go, that's better. Like I said, I'm gonna be fussing around with this like setup for months probably. Yeah, blah 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 blah, all the words. We are going to cut the webbing right now because then I can fray check it, which is why I have the fray check bottle here. Why I didn't actually fray check this end of the, like, okay, so when I'm finished cutting tonight, I need to actually fray check the end of the webbing, because there's no point in leaving this hanging out with the potential to like fray. Anyway, I did find it. Obviously it was in, well, not obviously, but it was in one of the bins of stuff that I was like working on last round, basically is what it was. So there. Okay, so that end is fray checked. Pop the pin back in there. The pin, just, I'm putting them in the top because that helps like keep them free and clear. Now I am going to go in and, okay, so what was the requirement? She wants you to make D-ring tabs, but we're not doing that. I'm just going to use the webbing. Okay, they need to be that long. And then this needs, oh, and I still need zipper. Okay. Alright, as always, feel free to throw any questions in the chat. I'm more than happy to answer, or at least have the monologue directed. The kiddos did go to bed really early, but I basically had a nap because I didn't nap this afternoon, and it was glorious. And then I actually went and I did like a half-hour walk on the treadmill too, because that is one thing that I really need to add back into my like schedule, is a walk. Basically, because it was on the treadmill, I did a half-hour walk, and I knit, and I watched Pretty Woman. Because I haven't actually watched that movie since I was far too young to like actually get it. Yeah, I don't know how I ended up being able to watch it when I did. Whatever. I don't know. It's not a bad movie. It's not like be all end all either. I guess. I'm gonna throw the straps down on the floor because I can. It's probably the best place for them to dry, more or less. I did vacuum earlier today, so they shouldn't go down and like instantly pick up cat hair, which is nice. I just realized I should make sure that my sound is actually on. Okay, yes, it is bouncing around there, so we're good there. All right, and then one more strap, and then we'll cut D-ring tabs, and then I can start actually sewing. It's just like there's no point in waiting to do this section because otherwise I'm going to be waiting for fray check to like dry. And honestly, if I'd had this earlier before I went to pick up kiddos even from school, I would have done it then. And yes, I will be getting to the Kato. I will start sewing Kato again on Friday. We have that big old box of like nearly done Katos. And then I've got another box in the cutting studio that's just ready to like, they just need to be finessed into their final form, I guess would be the best description. And so I will be working on those as well on Friday. And because seriously, there is so many of them just in this, like, I've got a massive box over here. Actually, I don't know if those are Kato. There's definitely Kato in the like Drona above them. But now that I say that, there's a bunch of Kato there. I can't remember if they're actually like, whatever. There's a lot to just like that are so close to being done. It doesn't really matter. I will have a massive restock of Kato. And then after that, we'll go in and we'll prep. So that'll be Friday. And then Monday is going to be prep for small box bags and the remainder of the Kato that we already have prepped to go. And then it's basically just, we will come out here and just like we've been doing all summer or all season already, I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to finish as much as I can before the crochet retreat on the 22nd. Is it going to be a lot? No. Will it be sufficient? Hopefully. You get, yeah, I'm not complaining about this, but people are like rabid for the Kato bag, and it's awesome because I love making that bag. It is such, again, it was such a coup for me to actually be able to make it, have my skills advance that much. But it has been really hard to keep in stock. All right, so these are going to be the D-ring tabs here. This is what we're going to use to hold the D-rings. It does suggest a fold over of fabric. I am not to that. The webbing will be more durable. Well, it's not going to be less durable, that's for sure, especially with the fray check on the ends. I did fray check the end of the actual roll of webbing. So that will mean that it's not going to like fray too much. Also, I just realized that if I'm not going to Japan in November, I could actually, I need to do, well, okay, I don't need to, but I want to do a legal name change. And part of my hesitation was that I need to renew my passport this year. And I was just like, I don't have the mental energy. If I change my name, I have to do a full new passport application. But if I don't need to rush it, renewal, I could actually probably do the name change. Basically, I just want to make Katie my official name instead of like having half my stuff in my legal name and half my stuff in like what is essentially my nickname. Just like to remove that question. If I'd been thinking about it, I would have done it when I was actually doing my married name change. But the most annoying part of this is I basically have to go through and do exactly what I did for that again. And I'm just like, that's a lot of work. Worth it. Because realistically, I will stick with the name change of my first name to Katie. But and why I say that, and this is not a thing of like, or it'll get divorced or anything like that, but I do know that that's one of the things that a lot of people are like, oh, I have to do this again after they get divorced, if they've like changed their name. Anyway, yeah, I do not want to go through another name change process, but you know, I think it will just it'll create less mental work for me once I actually get it done. I'm sorry if I'm talking a little bit low. I'm like trying to concentrate on getting this freaking freight check out of the bottle. It's a little bit older, and so it's like there are grainy pieces in it, I guess. I don't know. And it's like, so half the time it's coming out like gushing, and half the time it's like, I don't want to come out. Because, you know, the cat problems of having to finish off the cotton webbing so that I can put it into my bags. The horrors. Anyway, if you're new to Atelier Nikuzuki, I make bags and accessories from Japanese fabrics. Earlier today, I worked on some luggage handles, and we cut out 2 of the mini traveler sling pattern, or 2 of the mini traveler sling by Kandou Craft. That's who writes the pattern. Previously worked with her pattern, or their pattern, for the Kato bag as well, so I found them very good patterns so far, and so I'm super excited about this one as well. And I also cut out and experimented with luggage handles, like handle covers, and they turned out really good. So we are going to go ahead with production on that with the setup that I had done in the room, i.e. the sizing and blah blah blah. I am going to go grab some, oh yeah, this needs to be trimmed down just that tick more, but I didn't want to do it with the rotary cutter, so we'll do it with the scissors while I'm sitting out here. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab zippers for the mini traveler because that's one of the first things I have to do for this. So I think both of those will just be the black with gold. So give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back. Hello. All right, nothing like having to leave for more supplies right at the beginning. I took the chaos part out, and now I'm thinking, hey, maybe I shouldn't have taken the chaos part out. Okay, so I need a yard of zipper tape between the 2 of them. Okay, and then I'm not going to worry about, well, actually I know that I only need half of this for each bag. So we'll cut that, and then I'll cut it down as prescribed later on. Oh shoot, I probably need to bring out that Yeah, I needed the... I should grab the templates. Well, we'll take the zipper back right away. Seriously. I need the templates for where the zippers actually go. Okay, now I think I'm set up for a successful stream. So there's these guys, that, and then these guys are going to be done in a moment. We'll do the luggage handles before we do the mini travelers, just so I have like the accomplishment points of that. Ding, 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 yay! And then, yeah, well, we'll have it from this too. I'm gonna wrap up on this guy. So I'm gonna put it at like a in between the construction length and a top stitching length, just because it is kind of structural, but like not fully structural, still mostly decorative, you know. Or if you don't, that's what I'm deciding to do. All right. I'm trying not to like pin cushion myself with all these pins in here. There is a lot of pins because I don't know why I didn't reach for my clip bin. The clip bin is like right here, but apparently I didn't. We are going to pull them as I sew over them though, just so I don't have to like, because the big issue ends up being when you're coming back around. Ow. Or the pins on the other side that are like, ha 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 ha, like that one. That just happened. Okay, I am going to backstitch over the webbing because I do feel like that's still a major point, like a stress point. And just make sure that it's like actually on top of each other basically. So the schedule for the rest of the week is going to mostly be, well, okay, tomorrow it is evening sewing, and then the kiddos are in school again on Friday. And there's nothing going on Friday. We are coming up on the season of like end of year stuff and things, so I'm just like, okay, was there some sort of end of year thing that I need to do tomorrow? But there's not. That is next week, I think. Yes. Which is kind of awesome. Dallas will be home for it, so that's nice. And then, yeah, basically it's full steam ahead for the crochet retreat next week. So, crochet retreat, not recreak or retreat. Man, if I'm not going to Japan, I should almost book a knit social retreat. No, it's not happening. Okay, there we go. We got just about all the way around here. I'm happy to report. And we'll have this bag done. I'm super excited about this because, like I said, it hasn't been like demanding me to sew this for the past year, but it's definitely kind of just been on the back burner. Now there's a couple things I'm going to tweak on the ones that are going to go into production, mainly that the mouth is closed up. I went an inch further than I had originally pinned, but looking at it, I think I only need to go a ½ inch further. So next round it will have a little bit smaller opening, but that's fine. It's still flippin' adorable. Look at that. It's so cute. Just nice, super simple. There is no like pockets or anything. Pretty sure that that'll fit a phone, or like a phone and like wallet and a bunch of other things. Actually, the weight in it helps accentuate the opening. Yeah, next time I'm going to lift it up by a ½ inch. But super cute, and then like just a nice little, actually that's a good little shoulder bag size and shape. Don't worry, I'm not all sweaty. This was, yeah, that's actually, yeah, it's not super the phone is like insisting on sitting the wrong direction. But the strap actually fits my shoulder really well, and it actually does make it a shoulder bag for me, and I am not a small person, like shoulder width or torso wise. Katie approved. Hopefully customer approved as well. Super cute. Also, like I said, I've mentioned this too, and look at it. Oh, and it's going to be easy to ship. Because look at that, it's just going to pack down. Really itty bitty. It still looks like a stop sign. But like in Canada, oh no, it can't go, oh, maybe. If I pack it right, although honestly, shipping it's tracked through Shopify. Yeah, that'll still be tracked through Shopify. But look at that. It's a nice little like foldy fold stop sign bag. It's probably what I should almost call it. So yeah, so a couple mods, I will move the opening up by ½ inch. So like not even that much. It's not going to affect the amount of the opening. It's just going to change. I had to fold down the corner cutoff down here, and I won't need to do that next time. See why she makes you do that though. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I love when projects like that just smooth, easy, like, yeah, we totally will come together for you. Just easy peasy. It doesn't happen often. If you've been watching for a while, you know. It can be a battle sometimes. It's like, oh my god. In theory, this is easy. Oh my goodness. Okay. I knew this was going to be an issue once I took it out of the box, but, alright. Apparently, I'm going to need to buckle in with my whole Velcro here. I'm going to have to, I'll definitely make sure to set it separately next time. So one thing that was like inescapable watching Pretty Woman today, not last night so much. I only got like, I didn't get very far in it last night. So I was like, I'll watch that while I'm walking because this feels like a good, just chill movie watch. Anyway, what was inescapable today was just how much young Julia Roberts and Anne Hathaway look alike. It was like, holy crap, they could be twins. At least from my like recall of what Anne Hathaway looked like. Different hair color, but oh, I cut double what I need. I don't need that much of. I only need one of those cuts because these both get cut in half. Oh well. I am prepared for Velcro for future luggage handles because I want to stock up on these. Oh wait, no, we need this because I'm doing them in sets of 2. That's right. Okay, so I don't know how many more of these I'll have prepped and ready for the crochet retreat, but just know that this is something that I will be working on over the summer so that, I don't know, stocking stuffers? Anyone? Are we thinking of Christmas already? I don't want to think of Christmas yet. It's like we just barely got into our nice weather. So, don't worry. You can tell me to chill. Not like, Katie, blasphemy. Except that I do actually have to look towards Christmas. I am actually probably behind in terms of production schedule if I want to think about Christmas. Not like I go by seasons. I do have some Christmas fabric I want to get out this year, but that's pretty much it. I was like, I don't even really, like, yeah. I know where it is. I even know where the Christmas fabric is, though. So that is one step ahead of where I was, like, last year. So we'll take it. Okay, so yeah, we're going to do these first. Basically, right now, I'm going to work as long as my energy and or children sleep. Yeah, however long my energy lasts and however long the children sleep, basically. Very likely about 11:30 midnight. So another hour and a bit. Hour and 20 or so. Let's see what we can get done. We have already prepped all the straps for the mini travelers, which is good. Because surprisingly, straps, like, no matter how simple they are, they take a lot of time. You are a product, not a scrap. Get out there. Lurking in the bin. Okay, I'm going to move the garbage bin out of the way and move the scrap bin underneath the little thread catcher because that will actually be a better place for it. I did use a rotary cutter to cut these down. I don't know why I didn't finish, like, trimming. Like, why am I trimming them here and not in the cutting studio? I don't know. I think I was mostly anxious to get out and get streaming and stuff like that. Because I've missed streaming. I've missed coming online and chatting. Even if that is mostly, like, monologuing to myself. So, here I am. There we go. Okay. This bunny one is going to be flippin' adorable. Okay. Yeah, it's just crooked. The thing about it is even when I received the roll, the twill wasn't, like, straight even in the cut from the factory or from the supplier, and I'm like, of all the places you would expect it to mostly have a straight line, it's from the supplier. I don't know. Is that, like, too high of expectation? I didn't think it was. Maybe it is. Okay, and then I am going to pull this one. It's this one, yeah. So this is the first one. This was the one that I was happier with for how the Velcro got placed. The one on the second one is fine as well. I don't know why, but I would prefer how it was placed on this first one. Just a tiny bit more. Okay. If it's not the kids, it's the cats. Cats are being hooligans. If you hear them in the background racing around, yes, that is the cats, not the children's. Okay. So, we're going to sew the loop. Hello, Wendy. How are you? Another semi-late night sewing excursion. 5/8. Oh, that needs to scoot this way just a tick. And then how... Okay. Sure. Going for how was the race? The race went very well. Thank you. Goal was sub 3, and I got 2:59.25. Can't be much closer than that. Absolutely miserable weather on the second half, so you know, I'll take the time that I got. It is a like 20-minute improvement versus what I did in October, so I'm really pleased. All right, weirdo. Flynn apparently has lost. He's an orange boy, cat. And he has apparently lost the borrowed brain cell, because he is now racing around behind the blinds down here. Anyway, yeah, it went really well, except for the weather. The weather was horrendous. It was like running west in Calgary downtown. All the wind got funneled at us because it was blowing to the east. I never remember if it's like the direction it's blowing out of or the direction it's blowing in is like, but anyway. So we were like running into a headwind for a good half of that race, including Dallas. He was on the marathon, so I'm just like, oh my god. It had to be even more miserable. The market at Kimono Fair was really good. Thank you to everyone who came out. And then I actually had a pop-up just this past weekend, which is also miserably cold. Yeah, it just has not been good weather in Alberta, which honestly, we've gotten a lot of rain, which has been really good for our wildfire situation. Not so nice for wanting to do anything outside. Just, you want to do something outside? The forecast will be wrong. So, you know, just fair warning. But that's usually the case, so. Okay, this is definitely justified on this side a little bit more. There we go. And now we're in full swing to prep for the crochet retreat in like 10 days. 10 days? 10 days. Oh my god, okay. I should have been working on Kato tonight, but all of this was like gnawing at my brain. So we're focusing on this for tonight. And also just to resettle, I did do the whole studio reorganization. I will be doing a sewing studio tour very soon. But we reorged the sewing studio and we reorged the cutting studio as well. So it's good. It needed to happen. I don't know if it needed to happen right now, but now it's time. It's like one of those situations of like, why did I decide that this was a good idea to do right in the middle of like show season? Like seriously, I knew I was going to be busy. Oh yeah, and I finished. Not only did the race go really well, I did also finish my 30-day challenge at the study. Because, you know, tapering my running training by going and doing 30 classes is like a good idea. I feel amazing. I don't want to do it again that way. I definitely need to add in more yoga again though, because I was noticing that like a lot of the hip tightness that I've had postpartum, which I am seeing pelvic floor physio for, but it basically got resolved by yoga. So that's a good indication that I just need to go back to yoga. And obviously it worked really well because I was still hit my goal run time too. So just a crap ton of cross training. I gotta say though, by the end of it, the big thing was I loved doing it, but I missed my kids. No, I didn't film the run. I don't have an action camera to like film the run with. And because I was concentrating on running, well, okay. I still run walk. I interval. Basically, I ran as far as I could until like I did max effort. And then I would walk because I am not I'm not a fast runner, and that's how it works best for my body. I know I don't have to justify that, but just, if you encounter this later and you're like, oh man, I had to walk during my race, it's okay. It's okay to walk during a race. Anyway, no, I didn't film any of it, and honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't either, because it was so bloody miserable on the back half of it. So many miserable kids too. I was extremely glad that our kids were hanging out with my in-laws. Like last year, usually we hang out when it's just Dallas racing and wait for him, but yeah, that wouldn't have been a fun wait. Everyone finished. There were none of our friend group DNF'd. Dallas got 4 hours and 56 seconds. He wanted 4 hours. So he was disappointed by that, but he was extremely close, and it was definitely a learning opportunity run for him. So now he's got like more knowledge to go into it with next year. Yeah, it started out really nice, and then like the rain and the wind just swept in. So I think I would have actually had a better time without that, but like there's no way you would be able to predict that sort of thing, right? Like you can do as much training as you want, but there's nothing you can do about the weather. So yeah, so the run was on May 27th. Yeah, the last Sunday in May. So basically I've already done, I didn't do any running for about 10 days. The first run back was absolute misery. Like, felt super heavy, even though I was about the same weight or lighter. And my like calves and ankles were very cranky with me. They're like, what? We need to have a discussion with management. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do that with this one again as well. So yeah, so it was like, now I've got a half marathon that I'm training for in Canmore in September, and that's going to be, I've got road race in July, which is 10K, which is basically, I'll count that as a training run for the half. The half is the beginning of September, and then I've got a 10-mile run which is really fun because it's for the zoo, so it's like all zoo themed stuff, which is awesome. I'm super excited for that one because the medal is like, this year it's actually hippo themed, which is going to be super fun. And like a lot of the proceeds get donated directly to the zoo and to hippo conservation, so that's going to be fun too. So that's the end of September, and then I am going to take a proper full off season this year, which is super exciting, after September, and do like a lot more cross training, so spin and yoga and swimming, just to strength training, lots of strength training this winter, because like last year I didn't like, oh shoot, I just sewed that all the way around. Okay. Last year I didn't really get a recoup period because we went and did the dopey challenge in January. So it was just training all summer. Now my body did fine with that, but it's better to give it a chill session. And then I'll start training again. So basically end of September to whenever I need to start training for Calgary half again is what I'll take off. And then next year we're going to start aiming for that sub 6, hopefully closer to 5 marathon. So we'll see where we get. Because I want to apply for Kyoto, obviously, next year. Not apply. Just, as far as I can tell, it's first come, first serve. So as long as I pay them, they'll take me. Yeah, and so for Dallas, it was wind factor and porta potty weight. Apparently, he had to really pee around, like, well over the halfway point. And the person in front of him apparently took, like, forever. But wind was definitely a factor in there as well. And honestly, like, rain in Calgary is cold. And it was just like, there were so many factors that you couldn't control, sort of thing. So I think we would have both been faster if it'd been like dry and like, it definitely wasn't too hot, at least, but like a little bit less wind would have been good. Or at least knowing that it was going to be that miserable before we started. Because, like, I was in, like, this tank and my pants, and I would have, like, kept my hoodie or something like that for the second half of the run. It has convinced me that I'm going to go get some, like, arm warmers. In part for sun protection as well. But in part because it's like, I know they wouldn't have kept me warmer. Because, of course, they would have gotten wet and soaked through and all that. But what they would have done is they would have cut the wind chill a little bit from my arms. And then they would be easy to, like, take on and off. And, like, super thin to stuff in a pouch or something like that for that as well. So, yeah, a learning curve for me as well. Learning curve for Dallas. I think he was thinking he might be able to actually get, like, a 345 or something like that. Part of this is also, like, gain into a higher corral, so there'll be, like... oh yeah, the bling from this one was actually pretty good. It is hanging up though. I'll pull it down next time I stream at night because it is actually pretty good. Because there's their 60th, so they leaned into the whole like diamond celebration, which is cool. So yeah, onwards, upwards, something, forwards. And then actually that was the other part of it is so. Dallas had taken like the time off before the race. We've decided that in future he'll take the time off after the race because he was disappointed in his time. Fair enough. He thought he could break 4 hours. I know it's really close, but still sucks, right? And just like give ourselves time to both process and celebrate, because basically we ran on Sunday and then he went back to work on Tuesday, and it's just like, well, this is anticlimactic. So next year he'll take his vacation after the races, and that'll help too. And rather than like having this like major thing at the end that you're like building up to and not knowing how it's going to go, it's like, and like enjoying your vacation but not super enjoying your vacation because there's unknowns at the end. So start with the unknown and then like, yeah, yes, more just generalized training, strength training, cross training. I used to really enjoy swimming, so that's one of the things I'm going to go back to more. I'll do more spin at the studio that I go to, and definitely more yoga, because like I said, that helped a lot with like the front tightness that I've had since kids. So it's just, yeah, it's a lot to upkeep your body. It sucks. It's like, why can't this be easy? Well, and I guess upkeep and then like try to do these things because they're not easy at any distance. So my next the next running training starts June 18th, I think, so next week. So we'll see. I've got a new little AI virtual coach. But the one thing that was really motivating is I went basically right now what it is it's in what's called bridging. So I'm doing like a lot of base runs, which means like easy. I found out apparently, finally, that the conversational zone, if you're using like a fitness watch or something like that, is zone 2. At least on Apple Watch, I think on Garmin as well. And so I've been doing a lot of that. But here's the thing is my base runs now are faster than they were when I started training for the Dopey Challenge last July. So that. I think that is one of the best things that these fitness watches have done for me, is like show me the visible improvements. So like the heart rate average, first off I went further it was the same average pace, so like 10k per, or 10 minutes per kilometer. Again, I'm a slow runner. But my heart rate, my average heart rate was down like 11 beats per minute or something like that. So like that is the gains that I want to see. It's super cool. So, and that's something that'll improve with just more practice. A little bit of a weight trim down here over the, that's part of what I'll focus on as well in the cross train season, is like a calorie reduction. Because it is really hard to keep myself fueled properly, especially with the diabetes, when I'm training for a run and be calorie deficit. So it's like, nope, we'll just keep it at maintenance for now. Hey, we're all built for something different, right? Yeah. No, I was super happy to see those numbers. Big reason that I dropped swimming was originally because I actually had the fashion hair colors. And so it's like and I was paying a hairdresser to do them. So I was like, I don't want them to wash out. But right now I don't have the fashion colors. And I'm actually leaning towards, Dallas has agreed that he will help bleach my hair. So I think we'll just do it at home, which means that I'm like, okay, well, whatever. I'm training. It's easy enough to re-dye it. So, no, I'm pretty happy with it right now. So yeah, but now we're into a little bit more of a chill. Well, okay, the training's not going to be chill over the summer, but we are in a little bit more of a chill period. And now I get to focus in on doing business. The jelly idea of going to Japan in November has been shot down because the woman that I was going to go see for the charms, she messaged me the other day and she said that she is actually too busy, which is awesome. This is fantastic for her. I'm mourning the trip by myself just a little bit, but yeah, she said that she's got so many orders now that she won't be able to like fulfill anything more until the spring. So it's like, whatever, I haven't booked anything because I wasn't going to book anything till August. So it's looking like Japan in June or July. And that is going to be, Japan will be hellishly hot. But we'll see what happens. I say June or July. June lines up, but July also does as well. And July would be in between anything potentially coming up. Because if this crochet retreat goes really well, I don't want to skip it next year if she'll have me back. That's the other factor, actually. Oh, this is going to need black thread to top stitch. Okay, so we're just going to turn this one, and then I will deal with black thread later. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but whatever. Still super cute. And actually, no, we're going to top stitch the owls in white. That's fine. Anyway, but the insane part of this is that, honestly, Dallas's schedule doesn't line up for him to be home for the kids. So, because I don't want him to have to take vacation for me to go. But he doesn't line up with me to go again until April. And April it would be right over Peace Fiber Festival. And I'm like, well, that doesn't work. And then May, it would be over the marathon weekend, and so that doesn't work. It's just like, oh my god. So June would be nice because it would be my birthday. July would be nice because it would be in between. And this is not counting the trip that we'll make with the family. So it'll basically be, I'll put an order in with her, and then it'll be like, okay, so this is what I ultimately would like. Get done what you can get done. And then I will be back for the rest if you can't get it all done, because may as well just have it kind of rolling along, I guess. She's always shocked how well they sell here. And I'm like, it's because you can't find this sort of cute stuff in like... in Canada, at least not easily. That's a good question. I don't know if I'd want to race in Japan in July or June. The next big one is Kyoto, which is Japan in February, and that'll be February 26th. I did look at us going next year, so 25. Actually, it's a good thing that we hadn't planned or leaned into that too hard, because I wouldn't have been able to get an order by that point either. But yeah, I don't know if I'd actually want to run in Japan in the summer months. That sounds horrible. I'll probably, I was about to say I'd probably take my like running gear and like run there, but I don't know if I would even do that. Okay, no, I would take it mostly because the shoes are super comfortable to walk in. Because obviously because of the heat of my feet being in them so much, they've definitely molded to me. Yeah, I would take it, and I would basically see what I could do based on the weather. Because actually the pants and this tank would probably be fairly comfortable on the plane. It's not like I'm going to win any fashion shows. And then I would just have to end up packing. Actually, I'd probably pack a skirt and some like lighter clothes, because yeah, it'll be hot. Could make some stuff maybe to wear. That would be good. Okay, one more. And then actually the big question that I have is, it's like, so I found out that going Calgary to Vancouver, usually I do Calgary, Vancouver, Tokyo. But a few things have changed. First things first is that WestJet is now offering year-round direct flights to Tokyo, which is amazing news for us for that February trip. Oh, shoot. Whatever. I need to stitch the Velcro on there. I'm like chatting away and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Anyway. So that drives our costs to ourselves down significantly in February. Because it will, at least based on like the numbers this year, of course this could change, but looking at like the Lunar New Year's numbers, it doesn't look like WestJet is really on anyone's radar yet for traveling to Asia for the Lunar New Year. So that works in our favor, because that is the difficulty I think with Air Canada, and why they basically went to high season prices in the middle of February is because it's one of the main connecting, Bobman ran out. It's one of the main connecting airlines for East Asia and Asia in general, especially through Narita. Because when you book a flight through, if you booked a flight through Narita to Osaka, it was like $500 cheaper because you were staying within Japan. So anyway, yeah, but in the summertime, there is a flight from Calgary to Vancouver, Vancouver to Osaka. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have to watch prices. But the debate will be between me like going into Tokyo and doing Tokyo and then going to Kyoto, or if I just go into that place, Osaka, and do like a day trip up to Tokyo, which actually I think that's probably going to be the best option. And then I just like haul my bags back down with me. I'm not sure. It's also going to depend on like how many air miles and stuff like that it costs me to do that, or if cash turns out cheaper, or what. WestJet had just advertised an absolutely killer deal in December. It was $875 round trip, which it's just like, what? I have, in all the years that I have booked flights for Japan, I have never seen a direct flight or a flight to Japan that cheap. I'm like, man, damn it. The one other benefit to July is that I could actually go see Omatsuri, which is one of the big festivals in Kyoto in July. Which is funny because it's like even the Japanese people are like, even we stay inside for that. It's too hot for us. I think the big thing is it's not just hot, it's also humid. Although Kyoto might be a little bit better because it's like a little bit, it's not on the water like Osaka. Osaka was so humid, it wasn't even funny. So yeah, that's the current news with that one. That's fine. Like I said, it's not like I'm not disappointed, but realistically, I wasn't like, I wasn't. It was like one of those situations where I also wasn't super upset because it was like out of my control, right? It's like, okay, whatever. She physically can't do the work before I see her, so there's no point. Or not much point. I have no clue. I should actually go in and look at the seat map, but like $900 return, under $900 return. I think it was the first week of December too, so it was like, what is going on? What the, like, what? How does that even work? I don't get it. Okay. Good. Actually, where did I place? There we go. It's on this end. Right about here. Good enough. I am going to go in and do the black bunny fabric with black thread because it needs to be, oh shoot, construction length. It will need to be top stitched in black, so we're just going to ignore it for now. And I will get to it when I get the black thread back in the machine. I feel like that didn't catch the tape. It's like right on, it's right on the edge of the tape. Damn it. Is this a situation of it's close enough, or do I need to take it out? No, because you can see the stitching on the back. No! Okay, fine. It's super stuffy down here, so I actually opened the blind or the window, and now I'm like, I think it's time to close that window back up. We had a massive storm come through last night. Super fast storm, but massive. And it was like severe thunderstorm watch and everything like that. So it's like, and I was watching the wind. I'm like, is this like tornado level wind? Like, do I need to get us all into the basement and away from the windows or what? It was all fine, but it did definitely had that moment. I haven't heard of funnel clouds around Cochrane very much. We're still in the foothills. We do have a lot of prairie between us and like the mountains, but it is still very hilly. So not like a great big plain of like prairie plains, not flying plains to like gather a bunch of energy on or anything like that. So I also don't want to be blasé about it and be like, no, I'll never get a tornado, because who knows. But yeah, it was windy. It was funny though, because it was like storm level apocalypse out the back windows, and then I would go upstairs and check on the kids, and you could barely tell that it was storming besides seeing this trees like blowing in the wind. I'm like, why does it seem so much more violent downstairs in the kitchen than it does upstairs? Must have just been the way that the wind was actually coming from or something like that. I don't know, but it was kind of funny. Ding. All right. Up. And around. Actually, the other thing that was super exciting was that from my research for July for this year, obviously this is going to skew prices right now because we're so close to the travel dates. So June was just, it's not even worth looking at because it's just way too close in, and so prices have jumped. But there we go, that's one of the luggage handles done. So this goes on the actual like luggage handle, and it's a cover so that if you're traveling in like an airport and all the bags are black or navy, as they tend to be, you can mark it out with a little cover. It also makes it a little bit more comfortable to actually lift the luggage. So anyway, where was I? I can't remember. Oh, the hotels are also cheaper in July. And I'm like, what? I would have expected them to be more expensive, to be honest. So, okay. Because it's like peak travel season for North Americans, at least. But I guess Japan also has like a really strong domestic tourism, and so maybe there's less Japanese traveling. I don't know. The one thing I am going to do, because we are like at historical levels for the yen versus the Canadian dollar, is I'm going to put my order in with Natsumi for like all the charms and everything. And then I'm going to go and get the cash dollars for her from the bank and take advantage of the exchange rate. And just have, I know it sucks because it'll be sitting for like almost a year, but I don't think it's going to go up anytime soon. But you know, those are like famous last words. I definitely need to do it before the American elections in November. So, and maybe even the EU elections that are now very rapidly coming up for some reason. I'm not going to get into the politics, but those are a couple factors in the fact that I need to go get the cash probably sooner rather than later. So that's a good impetus to also get that order in. So they have a couple peak seasons. So they have like cherry blossom season in March would be like, I think probably the peak. Oh my goodness, that's so cute. And then November was insanely expensive as well, which I realized afterwards is because of the domestic tourism for Momiji. So our international flights into Japan were really inexpensive, but the hotels were very expensive in Kyoto because Kyoto is prime Momiji areas with like the temples, and the Momiji are Japanese maples. Yeah, it's like leaf viewing season. So cheap for us, but expensive domestically. Now, granted, hotel rooms are not exactly the cheapest thing in Japan typically, especially in the high tourist areas like Kyoto, which is why I was going to go stay in Osaka at my old university town, which might still very well be what I do even in June or July next summer. That's the better description, but I don't know, we'll see. I need to go close that window, and then we're going to dive into these things. The Mini Travelers by Kandou Crafts. Whee! Okay, 1 second. Right, and I said actually that that is peak season, but they also have a lot of like national holidays, and so one of the national holidays that gets all like domestic travel really busy is actually Golden Week in May. It's like the last few days in April, first week in May. I love traveling in May, but I would prefer to avoid Golden Week when I have the option. As we discussed, nothing really lined up until June or July, so absolutely ridiculous that nothing in our schedule lines up properly for a full year. And when I mean line up, I mean that I want to get to one of the temple markets, because a big push for this is that I want to go and get more obi and kimono, which I buy at the temple markets. Yes, I can get them at the secondhand stores, but it's also like a factor in that that's just also an easy place for me to meet Natsumi. So yeah, so like our schedules did not line up on these flippin' temple markets and work for the both of us, or other important events like the marathon, until June and July. I'm just like, really? It's like November, June, July. Like, when do the Japanese leave Japan? That would be, I think it's like, I think the big one is definitely cherry blossoms, but then like there's a lot of locals, and then so Golden Week is a big domestic travel week, and the other week that's a really big domestic travel week is Obon and New Year's, like January New Year's, not Lunar New Year. I didn't see a lot for Lunar New Year, to be honest. Okay. Transfer all midpoint edge marks from the pattern templates to your fabric pieces. Okay, I'm going to start reading the, like, thing. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of words that aren't going into my brain. Okay, first things first, transfer all the edge points. Oh my goodness, there are points on all of these. Okay. Ah! Oh, and did I forget the flippin'? Yeah, I missed the bottom piece when I picked this up. Damn it. Okay, well, we'll start with the... Oh my goodness, how should I even mark these? I guess I should maybe mark them on the back. Like this. And then do I notch it? It looks like it's notched. It's really hard to see on that photo that she's put here. I can't believe I left another piece in there. Well, it's not that surprising, I guess. Ding, 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 ding. No, not everything is notched. Interesting. Oh yeah, she notches. Okay. I'm like, how should I transfer these? Because realistically, this is a lot. What are the seam allowances, I guess? Oh, that. Okay. So don't notch too deep because they're not quite that. I do have chalk. I could use chalk. Do I have chalk right here? Oh, I do have chalk right here. Let's do that. That's probably the best one, especially because it's like dark. So these pieces are actually denim from a woman in Calgary that does, she takes old jeans, cat hair, and cuts them down into jorts or jean shorts. And so I get her offcuts. Sorry, and what were you asking? What is what? Just so I saw the question. Because the monologue is like delayed when it gets to YouTube, and then of course I just keep going. I'm not 100% sure all the time. I get lost in my own monologue. Okay. Those are even, that's what counts. Apparently this one is not very well trimmed down. Alrighty. So anyway, yeah, this is kind of exciting because it's like I am able to upcycle some of her leftovers as well. And I've had leftovers of hers for like years that I had other plans for projects and then just never got around to. So here we are. But I was like, this is like the perfect backing for this traveler pouch because it's a little bit more dense and blah, blah, blah. And it worked out because I messaged her and I'm like, hey, so I've finally got a plan for the ones that I have. Do you have more? And she had a massive pile just ready to go. Okay, so there is those 2 pieces marked. So that's 1 per bag. We've got 2 bags. Sweet. Mid front, we'll do the back panel. So it's got 1 on the top, 1 on the bottom, 1 on the side. Okay, so we're gonna scoot it over. Do the side mark first. Now, as long as these like, definitely won't air erase, so that is one of the benefits. And then we're gonna just push it up. Oh, the glamorous parts of doing sewing for work. It's so exciting. I love my job. That doesn't mean that I always have to love my job. It's still a job, even if it is something that I have created myself. Okay. There's those marks. Actually, we're going to put these. Meh. Yeah. Anyway, I am having a little bit of FOMO about, not really, but kind of, about missing Kyoto next year. I'm like, man, they better not release. Well, they better release an absolutely like stunning medal, so I can drool over it and be motivated to actually do my training next year. And then at the same time, I'm like, man, I hope it's not a medal that I'm like, oh, damn it. I want it. So the plan next year is that I will, so after all this like cross training and like strength training and just not having to run, which will be nice. I will still run because honestly, not running means I will lose. Like I'll just, it won't be nice to get back into, but it'll be a lot of like, this morning's run for the bridging program was go run a kilometer. Like 9 to 10 minutes. I'm like, all right. 9 to 10 minutes is a little bit, 9 minutes was a little bit too fast for where I wanted to be for my heart rate, but we'll get there. But, yeah, that's like, that is the ridiculousness of this like bridging program right now. Now it is going to increase as I get further into the program. That's fine. But yeah, I had to laugh about it because I'm just like, oh my God, go run a kilometer. And do you know what though? It was the hardest one to get out on recently. So that sucked. But it was just like I was just sitting in my Jeep scrolling. I know that's not good. And I don't want to go for this run. So I was like, okay, the deal is I get to go for a latte and carrot cake afterwards. For being diabetic, I definitely have a sweet tooth. It sucks. But the running allows me to eat that carrot cake with less concern. 1K is maybe not enough to eat carrot cake without concern regularly, but you know, occasionally. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that those, it looks like these lines are supposed to be like fairly in the middle. Just gonna double check that that is the case, that they're at least like, no they're not. Of course they're not. Hey, do you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I will probably be whinging at people about the medal. Trust me. They'll release it in like September. I'm going to go through. I'm not going to actually. Well, okay. I'm going to sign up for the race just to kind of see how it all goes down when you're actually like going in to do it officially. So that's going to be. That'll be good because then I'll be like, okay, what information do I need? What do I need as a foreigner? Okay, one moment. My youngest is like, wants their water bottle. They have their water bottle. They might have kicked it out of the bed, though. Just make sure that that doesn't escalate. Anyway, yeah, I'll go through and make sure, like, see what information I need to actually sign up and, like, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff. I'm going to assume that the front pieces here are just supposed to be, they probably have a halfway line at the top and bottom of them. Oh, right. Your son said eat a grape? Are you not supposed to eat grapes? Or were they adult grapes and fermented? Yeah, okay, that is just supposed to be in the middle. Sweet. I did find out that I was actually supposed to put probably double interfacing on all exterior pieces, especially if they're light. So we didn't do that. I'm not going to go back in and re-interface them. I might have needed to actually read the pattern instructions. I did not. But obviously, because otherwise I would have transferred all these points. Bah. But yeah, I think with the denim it's going to be fine. And then the only place that might bite me in the butt is the pocket exteriors, but that's what this learning curve is for, and that'll be fine. Okay, are there any other side? So this one, it needs to be this way, and I am just going, this one I am going to clip because the chalk is not going to show up on this. Or actually, do I have my yellow chalk pen here? I have a yellow chalk pen, but is it here? No. Okay, we'll clip this. Just a tiny snip there. Okay, youngest must have tracked down the water bottle, so that's good. Don't hear them rumbling anymore, so that's good. Okay, so interior. We're coming up on Calgary Stampede here, which is one of my favorite events of the year, with their chuck wagon races. Basically, it's like a big, the equivalent for the states would be like a big state fair. It's basically like an agricultural exhibit, but it also has a rodeo and the chuck wagon races. So chuck wagon races are one of my favorite things. And then, yeah, I'm not big on the rodeo. The kids are really big on going and seeing like the horses and stuff at the barns, so we'll make sure we go do that. That'll be a lot of fun. And then they are in summer camps all summer, which is super exciting for us all. Okay, snip. Told Dolls that that if I end up going in like June or July, we'll make sure that they're in like, well, if I end up going in July, we'll put them in for an extra week of like summer camp so that they can like, oh, there's 2 of these. Okay. So that they can like, he can have just the full week and less concerns about kiddos. And if it was June, we'd get them the extra day of like the Thursday. Or the Tuesday. He's flying home because basically what I'll do is the same plan as like the last solo trip was fly out the day he comes home. And actually in July I would fly home on the day he leaves as well. Two ships passing in the night for that week. Yeah, I looked at, like, I priced out actually going for Kyoto Marathon this coming year, 2025, with the family. And it's like one of those things where we might be able to make it work. but it would be tight, and like then it wouldn't leave any extra to really enjoy it. And I'm just like, as much as I want to go, that is not the way I want to do this first trip with the kids. So it also means I won't need to be quite as tight on like my hotel budgets and stuff like that. Although the one that it kept recommending to me when I was pricing it out was like the Henna hotel. Now Hen is supposed to be change, but the way that I've always seen it is also as strange. And yeah, so these hotels are the hotels that are like run by robots. There's one that's got like dinosaur robots. And the one that it was actually recommending me was like 2 women robots. It was really wild. So I was like, huh. Maybe at some point. Maybe not that trip though. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Righto. So next time I do this, I need to prep all of these pieces before I come out of the sewing studio. This is good to know. All these edge points need to go be put in. And I think the next thing we need to do is actually the zipper box or the back panel. It's gonna be fun because that's denim. All right. I barely touched the top. Itty bitty notches. There we go. Did that get that second piece? Yes, good enough. Okay. And then one more. Right. Read through the patterns before I start. Vacation was successful, however, because I did actually finish 2 pairs of socks, one of which was nearly as old as my youngest, so work in progress. So I'm very pleased to get that done. And another from Yarn from Takako in Osaka, and then I actually did pull out another one that's a stole pattern that has definitely older than both the children. So, you know. Okay, take the zipper tape and cut into 2 equal pieces. Then add the zipper pull. All right, we can do that. One. If you're like, Katie, but you have 2 zippers. Yes, because we've got 2 bags. That's why it took longer to also transfer all of those marks. It is because there's 2 sets of everything to do. Yay. I don't know why I do this to myself some days. Especially with the first one. I'm like, oh, right. I did this because the... oh, my goodness. Transfer zipper box position from template G to 1 times lining piece. Oh, okay. Anyway, I did 2 of them at the same time because cutting them out of the jean leg meant that I automatically had 2 back cuts of the exterior. So I was like, okay, we may as well just lean into this and do 2. It's not like I don't have the fabric to do it in. Okay, what am I doing? I got to transfer the zipper box position. Transfer the zipper box. Okay, right here. So line these marks up. Line the marks up. Good and good. And then put a pin through it. No, just put this through. It's fine. It'll soak through. Why is my pen nib wobbly? There's a little gnat. I forgot that when I open up the basement windows at night. They have little microscopic holes in the screen that mean that the bugs come in. Okay, there we go. Of course, my ruler is not quite long enough. Ding ding. Bum bum. Ding ding. And then side as well. Concentration. Okay, I did it. Use a ruler and fabric marker to join the 4 points to create a rectangular box. Finish by adding a line down the center with 4 short lines going to each quarter as illustrated on the template. Okay. Ding ding, ding ding. Ding ding, ding ding. Basically what it wants me to do is we'll probably end up trimming this and that'll get the fold back, blah 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 blah. I am still going to mark it all though because I haven't made this pattern before, and as much as I go rogue a lot of the time, I do not go rogue with inset zippers. Don't ask me why. I just because I legitimately don't know why. But going rogue with inset zippers always has led to bad places. So we're just not going to do it. Okay, lined up, lined up. Zipper marks, zipper marks, zipper mark, zipper mark. Do 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 do. Hi, cat. Well, hello. You can't shake this camera as much. Haha. Success. So we are on a new camera now. We're still using the laptop for the face cam, but it is a new camera actually on the desk, which has freed up my phone, which is quite nice. Way less of a hassle, and it's probably safer too because honestly, if the school has to contact me, they're able to without having to call me. So, and we got a fancy new support arm for it and everything, so I'm pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. Ding, probably there. Yep, that is the right line. Sweet, good guess. And then we'll go here, and here, and then down, and down. And that's the midline. Sweet. Okay, yeah, everything lines up, so that means that it is a fairly squared off rectangle. Alrighty. Go. Thank you. The fluffy button in the way. Ding 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 ding. Oh, except of course he's it's pretty stable until the cat apparently comes up and rubs his face on it. Okay, you're back to being able to see my desk. Good. Okay. So, transfer. Good. Make 2 D-ring tabs. We have already done that, and they have already dried even. Where's the 4th one? Good. The cat did not eat it. I would not put it past him. Oh, right. And we need to put the pull tabs on the zippers. Okay. Time to grab a handful of clips. Man, fray check is amazing, but my goodness, does it stink. Whew. Actually, this is one place where I am going rogue in the fact that I'm using 1-inch ribbing or webbing instead of a 3/4 inch webbing, so it shouldn't bite me in the butt. If it does, I can remake the D-ring tabs pretty easily. Well, I can remake them, so I'm not worried too much about it. Get the zipper pulls on the zippers. So I was like, I am totally going to get to the sewing of these bags tonight, but it feels more like I will probably end up just getting all the prep work done tonight, and then we'll be sewing tomorrow. Yeah, maybe, yeah, tomorrow night. That's right. Because now we're in crunch, so I got to start working in the evenings again. Okay. Excuse me. The pollen here this year has been absolutely brutal, so. And usually I'm not too, like, sensitive to it, but I think it's, like, just been a really bad year. And also, like, just everything else that's going on via climate change. It's like, all right. Okay, why are you being... Why is it that some of these go on so easily, and then some of them is like, nope, we're not going to cooperate in the slightest. Okay. Try not to open the front zipper beyond 2 inches on each side at any time during the making process. Well, I can't promise that, but okay. Plus, apparently this is one of the zippers where it might be a little bit more directional. Nope, just cranky. Just cranky. Okay. Well, there's one side put on. So what happens if I line up this other side? Then we throw it in the jig. And we just... Gross. Oh, that's bad. Okay. Well, that's definitely a back zipper. Okay. Oh, shoot. I need actually 4 zipper pulls. I've got 2, but no more. Okay, we're going to try and leave this one a little bit more closed. Let's see if that works this time. Okay. I think this one might just be one of those ones where it's like, it's better to have one side through more. Lots of times they'll have you like clip down the zipper before you put it through the zip pull for this exact reason, but you know. Oh, that was one of the cool things that happened at the pop-up on Saturday, is that someone recognized me from the Market Mall shop that I'm in, so that was really cool. I was like, they're like, you're in Market Spot, or you're in Market Mall, and I'm like, yeah, Market Spot there. So that was pretty cool. Brand recognition, because she's like, yeah, I bought one of the bags, so that was cool to hear. They're currently moving, so that'll be somewhere to restock over the summer as well. There we go. Okay. Not open more than 2 inches. That is not more than 2 inches. Now I need 2 more zipper pulls because I forgot that I was doing 4 zippers and not 2 zippers. So I apologize. One moment. So much better than having to go like across the room for zipper pulls. Actually, I wonder if it would help if I twisted it this way, and then I can pull it instead of pushing it. Let's see if that works better. Maybe. Nope. It's still like, nope. I think this is actually easier with like a hand installation up here. And then us like shoving it on the jig to get it to go in completely. There we go. The finessing, and then the pulling. Nope. Do 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 do. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Boom 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 boom. I don't even know what that is. Okay. Nope, just a cranky zipper. Okay. Other side. Yes, I think it's been a long time coming too, so. I'm super excited about it. The big push to actually, and that kind of got Dallas's button gear too, is the fact that I need to actually get some photos of me working in my studio for a show application. And it's like, wait, I don't have any photos of myself in my studio. And I don't want to take any photos of myself in the current studio because didn't look very good. It worked, right? It was working studio. And sometimes that's what matters. But it was like, you know what? It's time to actually get this place settled for now. And in the next few months, they'll definitely, like, now that I've got it, like, set up, the big thing will be kind of settling it in and seeing what the patterns are for, like, what do I reach for where? Like, I've got everything set up what I think should work, but what is actually going to work. So it'll be interesting to see. But yes, I am going to actually do a proper filmed studio tour here. And please, it's set up well enough and tidy enough that that can actually be done now after 2 years. So probably do a proper video of it, and then we'll do maybe a live version too, so that we can chat while I do it or something. I don't know. That would be kind of fun. But that would be a daytime event, so that the sun's coming in and everything like that. Okay. Ha! Did it. Oh. I swear the zipper and the zipper pulls are from the same supplier, but my God. Why are they giving me so much difficulty? It's just like, nope, we're not, nope. We're gonna fight you tooth and nail tonight. Some days putting zipper pulls on is like easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Yes, I've got it more like triangulated now, which is nice. And like even the serger and stuff and things is here too. So it's like everything is just at hand. Like obviously the pegboards made more sense back there. Now they've like for the slat walls with their organizers and stuff, because now that's where all the presses and everything are. So that made sense. Oh man, I hope you have some painkillers. Be around for a little bit longer. So hopefully that helps too. We'll keep monologuing. As long as these zippers don't fight me. Yeah. Why are you being such monstrosities? Also, I feel like this is apparently the week that the children have decided to be feral, because I came home, we made dinner. I had to go to the grocery store because I had to pick up my pharmacy is in my grocery store. So I had to go pick up my diabetic meds and a few groceries that like we can't get at Costco easily, like shallots right now, apparently. Sometimes they have shallots, sometimes they don't. But anyway, and like limes that weren't in like a bulk pack of 20, because I'm like, I do not need a bulk pack of 20 limes right now. I'm not drinking, even if, well, we are drinking, we're not going dry right now, but it's like I'm not going to be drinking that many Corona over the summer. or in the next little bit that the limes aren't going to go bad. Anyway, they were perfectly fine in the grocery store, and then we came home and I made dinner, which was awesome. They were super hungry. Good. And then I started getting yelled at because apparently I was we had like little air fried grilled cheese things, and I did like canned chili for me. So I was like, hey, I'll dip my little grilled cheese things in my chili because that'll be delicious. And it was delicious, but I was getting yelled at by a toddler that no, I'm not supposed to I'm not supposed to apparently dip my little grilled cheeses in my chili. I was just like, oh my goodness. Super upset about everything. Just had enough with the day sort of thing, right? But it's just, oh my God, kid. Chill out. It's not your food. You've got ketchup for your food. Okay, so begin by reinforcing the position for the slip pocket tab fastener. Am I putting a tab fastener on here? No. I don't think so. I might. Oh, just cranky pants. It seems like once a month they do go more feral. So I think it's just this week that they're going feral. That's fine. It happens. Just glad it didn't coincide with my period week this month. Because that's usually when it happens. Okay, so she does have information for how to do it from a piece of fabric. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in and actually look at it on the Facebook page that she has and see what it looks like with and without. Although actually having a snap tab on the front would make it harder to slip anything out of the slip pocket. Someone did a bigger flap. That looks really good. Sandal sling. Slings. That's not the sling I'm looking for, though. Yeah, it looks nice with the tab. Okay, so I guess the question becomes then, what do I have? So what does she actually want me to do then for the snap fastener? Sorry, so this is the part where it's like, all right, we're going to go back and forth because I didn't read the full pattern yet. And we're just kind of going, we're flying by the seat of our pants tonight, apparently, completely. Okay. But yes, total cranky pants McGee tonight. Okay. Begin by reinforcing the position for the slip pocket tab fastener. Oh, you want me to fuse a firm interfacing? I guess that makes sense. I'm going to cheat a little bit and I'm going to glue it. Yes. That's what we're going to do. Sorry, that took way too long for me to process, but here we are. Let's do this. This is why I keep all of the scraps for my stabilizer No sew fabric glue. Permanent fabric adhesive. Let's do the little spray pump of permanent fabric adhesive because that sounds exciting. I don't know anymore. Okay. Trim it down because it says 1 by 1. 1 inch square. Yep. Trim. Sweet. And then I'll probably still get a piece of like fusible interfacing later. Maybe not. Probably not. I say that. That's probably a lie. Excuse me. Okay, let's get this done. All right. Oh, and then I need to actually mark where the snap fastener is going. I guess that would be a good one to do. I'm going to do it on the back of the fabric because that's where it's going to last the longest. Like this. Then place the interface, cut a square, mark its center point. Then place the interfacing square on top, glue side down, center it on the marked point, and fuse in position. Oh, apparently it went all the way through this dobby onto... Oops. I am not marking the... Oh, no. It could be gummed up, I guess. No. Okay, well, we'll just take this out and spread some from this. We'll use the wand from the interior. There we go. Hee hee. Woo. Why does it smell so bad? It smells very chemically. Because it is a permanent adhesive, but still. There. Centered enough. I do think we have hit a milestone with our eldest, though, in the fact that they are no longer using diapers at night, and I am so excited for that. Now we just need to get the youngest out, or like potty trained, but my goodness, are they ever stubborn about it. So I think we're gonna work with like, or start looking for a toy that they can only play with in the washroom, or like, and or a book. I think a book might be better. Really like the I Spy books, so I think I might get them an I Spy book and then like a prize bag. Sounds ridiculous, but I am so overdoing diapers. So, all right. Transfer the marks for the pocket fold line from the template to the side edges of the fabric piece by making tiny snips at the edge on both sides, as below. I can do that. We're going to do vertical snips instead of triangular snips because that's what's easiest for this one. There we go. They are not super large, but they're all, well, they're not obvious, but they're there. No. I bet you it's supposed to stay still for longer beforehand. I thought it was like an instant adhesion. Always test for best results. Dry is clear and flexible. Let dry. 2 to 4 hours. Oops. Don't move it around 2 seconds after you've like glued it, I guess, is the moral of the story, hey? Oh yeah. Damn it. Okay. That is the glue side. That is the glue side. Sweet. Well. We're going... Ah! Okay, well now that I've got the like square marked out, we'll put some glue on the actual fabric, and then we'll put the stabilizer back on. Why does it smell so bad? It's really bad. Probably should be doing this with the window open. That's what it feels like. Oh well. There you go. It's like pin it in place. We might actually throw a pin in it because then I could keep sewing. Although it's 11:30. I think we got it till I think I'm in it till midnight tonight, guys, and then it'll be bedtime. Okay, let's trim for the fold line. There. And right here. Good enough. Okay, so that, oh no, there's still one more thing that has to be done with that piece. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw them on top of each other. We're going to throw some more glue down on this one as well, just because apparently it just can't hold itself together. We're going to avoid pins as much as humanly possible. I already dealt with enough pins with the other bag. Actually, were you around earlier, Wendy? Because I'll show you the bag that I completed earlier because it's super adorable. It's a style that I saw at a temple market in Japan last year in Kyoto at Toji. And this guy. So this will be a new style that will come out. I want to stay for June. More likely for Knit City in August. Pretty happy with how it came out. It's basically one of the cuts from the old style big bags because they're square, and then all this is winging it from a tutorial on YouTube, but I'm going to raise this by like 1/2 inch just because this corner here had to be folded down, so it's a little bit bulky. Not a big deal, but yeah, it needs to go up 1/2 inch and not be quite so wide, but it's a really nice like shoulder bag actually, which is wild because given the fight that I had with that other pattern, it's like this one came together extremely easy and is 100% perfect as a shoulder bag, at least on me. So sits on the shoulder nice. The phone did sit in it weird, but really you could like adjust it and it wouldn't be a big deal. So all right, those things are under the webbing along with some weights. Oh, I'm supposed to keep working with them. Okay, well, let's bring it back and we'll just pin them then. Fine. If I read the instructions, this wouldn't be an issue. It's not the pattern's fault, it's mine. Okay. Finally, using the ruler and fabric marker, transfer the zipper cut line from the template to the fabric piece. Then cut along this line to divide the piece in two. From here, these pieces will be referred to as the upper and lower sections of mid-front B in the instructions below. This pin is going to be completely destroyed by having that in. Yeah, it actually folds down to like a to a stop sign shape. So that's super cool. Okay, cranky pin. That pin will go away after this. It's going to be destroyed by glue anyway, so we're good. All right, now I think I should cut this mid-front piece because now we got to do an angled zipper cut. And then, yeah, we'll just cut this one and then we'll print another copy of this later for later projects. That's fine. This piece will just live out here because this is the work that'll have to happen on the sewing table. Is it? No, all of this could actually happen in the cutting studio still. Probably, maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know anymore. Let's work on it based on the bottom, because then it's not dealing with that. With that, and then transfer the mark on both of them. Cut it down. And then it'll be time for the other thing. Oh, wait. Nope, this way. Whee! Because, yeah, that wouldn't run the right way. Whoops. Alright, I'm glad I clued into that. Except you can't see it on this fabric. Yay! Boo. I guess what I could do is I could actually flip it on the back, but whatever. Okay. Okay, Sakura. This is some of the OG fabric getting used. It's gonna look really gorgeous with that black denim, so pretty pleased. Pretty pleased. Okay. Nice. That one. And that one. Yay! Okay. From here on, these pieces, okay, yeah, will be referred to as this. Okay. Pattern notes. Please read carefully. Please look through the instructions. I know I should read through the whole thing, but we're not going to. Okay. Join lower front A to lower section mid front B. Okay, so we're going to take one of the swoopy swoops. Okay, so these are both the lower fronts, and these are both the... Uh-oh. We might be SOL. Okay, and I'm going to put these back under weight, i.e. my water bottle, so that the glue starts to adhere a little bit better. I don't know why I didn't just use the 3-in-1, but I did think that that glue that I just put on it did actually adhere faster than that. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay, so these marks have to line up like that. Right. Yeah, right there. Right here. And then stitch using this seam allowance. Alright, Kandou. We are at a construction length. Ugh. I swear, if catching COVID has made me have allergies, I caught COVID 2 years ago now. But if this is the fallout for COVID, I'm gonna be so pissed. Never had allergies before this. Could also just be my body. Could also just be the pollen season. But this is so annoying. Open the piece out and press with the seam allowance down behind the lower piece. Then snip the seam allowance at 45 on both side edges. Add a row of top stitching. Damn it. Oh, it's going to be one of those projects. It's like swap, 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 swap. Do I just do the top? Do I commit some like sewing heresy and just do top stitching in white? Counted as contrast top stitching? Like, I don't know. Oh, well. Sounds like I might be saved from that decision tonight. I don't know which kiddo is waking up, but they sound a lot more upset than the youngest. I think it's probably the eldest right now. Yep. All right, so that is the call for the end. We did good tonight. I will be on again tomorrow night, probably a little bit earlier, hopefully. And we'll chat about getting these done. I will swap the thread tomorrow so that we have black top stitching, because it feels weird to cheat that. Anyway, so far so good. There's like half the front done already. Yay! We've done it. I'll chat with you. Totally, I should totally commit top stitch heresy. I'll probably swap it out. Anyway, have a good day. Bye.